Hi guys, in this video we will look at what is Python programming language, who created this amazing language and how did it even came about. We would also look at areas of its applications and what you can possibly achieve with it. Which companies are actually using Python, how long will it take you to learn it, what are the sources you can actually learn from, and how can you learn it faster. From this video, you will learn how to get help if you are stuck with any Python error. We will also look at chances of gaining employment as a Python programmer. Before the end of this video, we would understand which operating system can you actually install Python on. And finally, I will be sharing with you my own opinion and advice in choosing Python programming language. So feel free to drop your question in the comment section below and share this video with anybody you think might find it useful. My name is Nsika Solomon John from No It Media, so let's get started. Let's start with what is Python programming language. Python programming language is an interpreted, high-level, object-oriented, and general-purpose programming language. And when we refer to Python as an interpreted programming language, we actually mean that you can execute lines of code directly without compiling the program into machine language before it is executed. And being an high-level language, we mean writing out your code without having to worry about things like memory management and the rest of them. We also refer to Python as an object-oriented language because it can be used to model real-world objects fast and easy. In fact, modeling real-world objects is very simple when it comes to Python. Python aims at helping Python programmers to write clear, logical code for small and large-scale projects. So Python is a general-purpose programming language because it can be used in many areas, just as what we will see later in this video. But who actually created this amazing programming language and how did it even came about? Guido van Rossum is the creator of Python programming language, and he was born on the 31st January 1956, and he was born and raised in Netherlands and attended University of Amsterdam, where he obtained his master's degree in mathematics and in computer science. He lives in Belmont, California with his wife Kim Knapp and their son. So back to the question. How did Python came about? Python was conceived in the late 1980s by Guido van Rossum at Centrum Wieduske and Informatica in the Netherlands as a successor to ABC programming language, which was inspired by SETL, capable of exception handling and interfacing with Amoeba operation systems. Its implementations began in December 1989, and Python 2 was released in October 2000. And at the time of this video recording, Python 3.9 is the latest version of Python. What are the areas of its applications? A. Python is used for web development. Python is used for web development, and it offers numerous web frameworks like Django, Pyramid, Flask, and Bottle that can be used to build web apps fast, easy, and simple. These web frameworks are packed with standard libraries and modules, which simplify tasks like content management, database integration, and interfacing with internet protocols like HTTP, SMTP, XML, JSON, FTP, IMAP, and POP. Examples of web apps built so far with Python are Instagram, YouTube, Dropbox, Facebook, Netflix, Uber, and many of them. Python is also used for game development. Yes, it's true. Python can be used to develop games. And in fact, Python comes with a lot of useful extensions and libraries like Python, a 3D game engine that supports Python 3, and Pygame, a Python-based library used widely for game development. Python is the foundation for popular games like Battlefield 2, Fate on Fire, World of Tanks, Disney's Toontown Online, Vegas Strike, and Civilization 4. Python is used for scientific and numeric applications. So thanks to its massive library base, Python is also used in scientific and numeric computing. In fact, Python provides the skeleton for applications that deals with computation and scientific data processing. Apps like FreeCAD, a 3D modeling software, Abacus, finite element method software are all coded in Python. Some of the most useful Python packages for scientific and numeric computations include CPy, a scientific numeric library, Pandas, a data analytics library, Ithon for command shell, Numeric Python for fundamental numeric package, Natural Language Toolkit for mathematical and text analysis. Python is also used for artificial intelligence and machine learning. Yes, it's true that Python is used for artificial intelligence and machine learning, since these applications require a language that is stable, secure, flexible, and is equipped with tools that can handle the various unique requirements for such projects. Python has all these qualities, and since it has become one of the most language in this field, so it is frequently used for artificial intelligence and also for machine learning. And some of the best Python packages for artificial intelligence and machine learning are SciPy for advanced computing, Pandas for general purpose data analysis, Seaborn for data visualization, Keras, TensorFlow, and Skitty-learn for machine learning, NumPy for high performance scientific computing and data analysis, including with all and many others. Python is used and can be used to develop desktop GUI. Python does not only boast of an English-like syntax only, but it also features a modular architecture and the ability to work on multiple operating systems. These aspects, combined with its text processing tools, make Python an excellent choice for developing desktop-based GUI applications. Python offers many GUI tooltips and frameworks that make desktop application development very simple and easy. Frameworks like PyQt, PyGTK, Kivy, Thinker, WXPython, PyGUI, and PySide are some of the best Python GUI framework that allow developers to create highly functional graphical user interface desktop applications. Python is also used for enterprise level and business applications development. Python is used for educational programs and training courses. Since Python is a beginner-friendly programming language and also have a straightforward syntax that is similar to English language and also is easy to learn, Python is widely used as a programming language in educational programs, both at the beginner and advanced levels. But however, Python is not just great as an introductory language for people with no programming experience, but also used by professional developers and coders all over the world. H. Python is also used for language development. I. For operating systems. Python is the secret ingredient behind many operating systems as well, especially for many Linux distros. In many cases, Python is always combined with C programming language to design and develop operating systems. J. Python is used for web scraping and to build web scraping applications. Python is a nice tool for extracting large amounts of data from websites and web pages. In fact, it is generally used to pull data used in different real-world processes, which include things like job listings, price comparison, and the rest of them. K. Python is used for image processing and graphic design applications. L. Python is used for automation. There is no doubt that Python is used for automating repetitive tasks such as sending emails and voicemails, organizing files and folders in a system, and launching programs, even filling out forms. Now, those are the areas that I came up with. We still have a lot of them which you can check in the web and also research more to really see the areas where Pythons are used. Now, we move back again from where we left off, which is point 5, which companies are actually using Python. Python is used by many top tech companies like Instagram, YouTube, Dropbox, Uber, Google, Netflix, NASA, Spotify, Quora, Reddit, and we have many of them, so you can just check it out. 6. How long will it take you to learn Python? And what are the best sources that you can learn them from? If you ask me, in my own opinion, I will say that You can learn Python in just some hours depending on if you can find the best tutor and also the best textbook. People's memory and brain differ, so don't overwork yourself if you cannot learn Python within hours. And I need to also tell you as a caution or as an advice that I'm giving you is that even if you learn Python with 2, 3, 4 hours, 10 hours, 1 day, 2 months, chances are that you will not be able to memorize those syntax at that particular point. You just get used to these syntaxes as you keep using Python to build real-world applications. So while starting off with Python, don't stress out yourself on memorizing the syntaxes. Just try to understand the concept. And when I said concept, try to understand why you are writing a certain line of code and where it can be applied. So that moves us to the next point. What are the sources you can actually learn Python from? Learn them through textbooks, and if you decide to go through that route, or if you decide to get a certain textbook, I really recommend the textbook that helped me when I started learning Python, which is Python Crash Course by Eric Matches. Automate the Boring Stuff with Python by A.L. Seigert. You can also learn Python from teaching websites like Udemy, which offered paid courses. You can also check on YouTube, which can deliver courses to you freely. But either ways, always try to check back this channel because I have the best Python course for beginners. In fact, if you follow along the series, the way that I tagged them with the number, I can guarantee you with 100% that before you finish, you will go from having zero knowledge on Python to 100% being a Pythonista. 8. How to get help if you are stuck with Python error. Well, since Python has a large ecosystem where programmers contribute with different lines of code and also tends to help each other out, you can find help in Google first. That's the simplest way. And you can do this by just copying the error you have to the Google search bar. And once you click on enter, chances are that the error you are facing or that you have has already been fixed somewhere, because since Python has been in existence for more than 20 years, chances are that the error you have has already been fixed. Another place that I also want to point out for you real quickly is Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a website where millions of programmers all over the world ask questions about any lines of code. They get answers and even contribute in solving code issues. So be sure to check out those websites whenever you have errors from your code. 9. What are chances of gaining employment with it? Well, since many of the top companies we saw earlier are actually using Python, studying Python to gain employment is a good decision to make if you ask me. In fact, from the little research I make, the average salary for Python programmer all over the world is about $130,000 to $136,000 yearly. So, if you are thinking whether you can earn a living as a Pythonista or as a Python programmer, I will tell you yes, because Python has high demand in the job market. Number 10. Which operating system can you install Python on? Well, this one is simple because Python works in all operating systems ranging from Windows to Unix-based systems and also IOS systems. So even if you are operating on Linux operating system, Python is going to work fine. iOS operating system, Python is going to work fine, and even Windows. 11. If you ask me what's my opinion and advice for you on choosing Python programming language, I will say, if you want to learn an easy, flexible, scalable, reliable, high-demand programming language in the job market, and if you also need a programming language that you can use and build things fast, easy, in a simple way with straightforward code, Python is the best choice for you. But I will still encourage you to go ahead and research more about Python programming language and the areas that it can be applied and things you can equally do with it. And whatever you find online, just come and drop it in the comment section below so we can all share what we have learned together. If you find this video useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click that like button, it really helps this channel to grow. Turn on your notification icon so that each time I upload a new video, you'll be notified to always come check on it. Remember that I have a course on Python for beginners, which you can actually start from here to learn if you decide to start with learning Python programming language. Alright, so that is what I have in today's video. Be sure to check out other videos like how to install Python if you decide to start with Python, and also don't forget to start with the series of Python courses that I have here on YouTube. With that being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.